Have you ever thought about moving abroad and then wondered, what if I regret it? Well, you're not alone. A lot of expats do end up regretting their moves. But before we dive in, a quick call out here is if you're even thinking about moving abroad or changing your location, go to expatliving.com. That's where I share step by step courses, resources, and community to help you move with confidence. Don't wait until it's too late. Start planning now. And of course, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the real behind the scenes truth about expat life. Hey friends, I'm Danielle Paisalis, founder of Expat Living. My family and I moved from the US to Spain, and while it's been an incredible journey for us, I've seen plenty of people hit challenges that they weren't prepared for. So today I'm walking you through the top 10 countries where expats most often regret moving and the reasons why. At Expat Living, we help you through every step of the journey of moving abroad, from the reasons why to whether you'll be able to thrive in your new country. And while most people do adapt and enjoy their new place abroad, the truth is a lot of expats do end up regretting their moves. In fact, surveys show that some countries have a very high rate of people moving in and then quickly moving back home or somewhere else. Today, I'm going to share these countries with you. And listen, if one of them is on your list, don't worry. I'm going to share what you can do to avoid these pitfalls so that your move abroad is something that you celebrate and not regret. All right, number one on the list is India. It has an 18% regret rate. India is full of color, history, and opportunity, but it also ranks number one for expat regret. And the main reasons? Chaos, pollution, overwhelming traffic, trash in the streets, healthcare struggles. For many expats, especially those used to more orderly systems, the daily chaos feels exhausting. Some love it. They say it's vibrant and alive, but others burn out quickly. And in the challenges of navigating healthcare as a foreigner, and you can see nearly 1 in 5 expats end up leaving. My take is that India can be amazing if you're adventurous, flexible, and prepared for the culture shock, but it's not the place to go if you're looking for a smooth, easy transition. If you're watching this and realizing that moving abroad isn't just about Instagram-worthy photos, you are right. It takes plenty of planning, research, and support, and that's exactly what we do at expatliving.com. So we built a roadmap we wish that we had when we first moved. So if you want to avoid regrets, check it out now. And don't forget, subscribe for more expat truths like this. Number 2 is Belarus with a 14% regret rate. Belarus is a bit of a surprise on the list. It's not usually a top destination for expats, but those who do move there often regret it. Political oppression, economic struggles, low salaries, and unfriendly locals are the biggest reasons. And if you don't speak Russian, life there can be especially difficult, and the long, cold winters don't help. Many expats report feeling unwelcome, and some even unsafe. My take is if you're considering Eastern Europe, there are other countries nearby like Poland or the Czech Republic that are much more welcoming and easier for expats to adapt to. Number 3 is Mexico with a 13.8% regret rate. Mexico is one I hear a lot about. It's also, very close to the US, affordable in many areas, and has great food and beaches. But the crime, corruption, and infrastructure challenges can be a shock. I know people who love living in Mexico and they wouldn't trade it for anything, but others find the petty crime, the language barrier for some, and unreliable utilities too much to deal with. My take here is that Mexico can be wonderful, but you need to pick your location carefully. Big cities and tourist hubs can feel chaotic, while smaller towns or expat communities may offer a better balance. Number 4 is Brazil with a 13.8% regret rate. Brazil draws people in with its energy, the beaches, the music culture, and natural beauty, but many expats end up leaving because of safety concerns, crime in the big cities, endless bureaucracy, and the cost of private education. People do rave about the warmth of Brazilians and the beauty of the country, but then in the same breath, they'll tell you how unsafe they feel walking around at night or how frustrating it is to get simple things done. My take here is that Brazil can work if you're street smart, you're ready for a slower, more bureaucratic way of doing things. But for families, safety and education often become deal breakers. Number 5 on the list is China with a 12.6% regret rate. China offers a fascinating mix of ancient culture and cutting-edge modern cities, but the reality for many expats is tough. The language barriers, air pollution, strict government restrictions, and a feeling of being isolated. Some expats describe feeling invisible, like people didn't want to interact with them. Others mentioned censorship and the constant surveillance. My take is that China can be a career building experience, especially for those working with international companies, but it is a hard place to settle long term if you want personal freedom or easy cultural integration. Number 6 is Japan, 10.7% regret rate. Japan is beautiful, efficient, and rich in culture, but it also has one of the highest expat regret rates. The reasons? I don't know. Tiny apartments, a demanding work culture with poor work life balance, frequent natural disasters, and difficulty forming close relationships. Many expats love visiting Japan, but find living there isolating. And the politeness is there, but real friendships with locals can take years. My take here is that Japan is perfect if you love order and structure, but it's not for everyone. Without strong support systems, the loneliness can really feel real. Number 7 is France, 8.3% regret rate. France is dreamy on Instagram, wine, cheese, the Eiffel Tower, but for expats, daily life can be harder. Expensive housing, heavy bureaucracy, and difficulties integrating into French culture can cause frustration. Many North Americans in particular say that they struggle with the attitude toward foreigners, especially in Paris. The countryside can be a bit friendlier, but it comes with fewer services and job opportunities. My take here is that France is beautiful, but it does take patience. If you embrace the slower pace of life and the French bureaucracy and work on your language skills, it can be worth it. But don't expect Paris to look like the postcards. Number 8 is Portugal, 7.9% regret rate. This one surprises people because Portugal often ranks as one of the best countries for expats to move to. And it is wonderful in many ways. Sunny weather, great food, friendly people, but rising property prices, slow bureaucracy, a tough job market, and low wages are driving some people away. Expats who move without remote work or sufficient savings often struggle. And the reality is Portugal is affordable for retirees with pensions, or remote workers with steady income, but much harder if you're trying to earn locally. My take here is Portugal is fantastic if you have financial stability before you move, but if you arrive expecting a thriving job market, you might be disappointed. Number 9 is the UK, 7.3% regret rate. The UK has so much history, culture, and opportunity, but the top complaints are familiar. It's high cost of living, gray weather, NHS healthcare struggles, and poor work-life balance. Expats often say they love visiting the UK, but find living there expensive and a little depressing with the constant drizzle. And yes, that TV license fee always pops up in the conversations as a strange annoyance. My take is that the UK can be great if you're working in a strong career field and enjoy the culture, but the weather and expenses can wear people down. And number 10 is Canada with a 7% regret rate. Canada is beautiful, safe, and welcoming, but many expats regret the move because of the high living costs, long immigration processes, freezing winters, and difficulty finding good jobs. It's not that Canada is a bad place, far from it, but the reality doesn't always match the dream. Life there can feel isolating, especially if you're not prepared for the cold and the job market. My take here is that Canada is great if you're outdoorsy, prepared for winter, but you do need to plan for the high costs and job search. So what's the lesson here? Moving abroad is exciting, but regrets happen when reality doesn't match expectations. The main reasons that people leave are the same across most of the countries, right? The cost of living is higher than they expected. The safety and infrastructure doesn't match their dream. Cultural and language barriers make integration difficult. Bureaucracy and red tape can drive people crazy. I know that for a fact. Climate and healthcare catch people off guard. So moving abroad can be life-changing, but only if you prepare. Do your research, visit first if you can, budget realistically, and build a community when you arrive. For my family, the hardest part hasn't been the visas or the housing. It's been missing big family moments back home. And that's part of expat life that you really can't fully fix. But the community and preparation, you can make the rest much smoother. If you want to move abroad with confidence and avoid becoming one of these regret statistics, please check us out at expatliving.com. That's where you'll find our courses, our resources, and community designed to take you from where you are to where you want to be. And make sure to subscribe right here and on YouTube so that you don't miss our next video. Tell me in the comments which of these countries surprised you the most. There was a couple on there that surprised me. And which would you consider moving to? Thanks for watching, my friends. Happy travels.